Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. We're going to build and set up this awesome, cool playset. So together we're going to check this thing out and build it and make this whole thing. So let's start at the beginning and let's open the box. All right, let's open this box and see what is in here. Let me cut these tapes on the back here. And I think I should be able to open it from this side now. Oh wow, here comes the poster too. I was not expecting that. I've seen people frame them online, but I thought that it was, they cut out the front. Oh, wow. That is really cool. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has like one of those hologram looks to it, like a Pokemon card. It's actually pretty thick. I'm going to have to get a huge frame for this because that is really cool. Really cool. I'm going to put this in a box so I don't lose it. Then it comes with a comic book, instructions, and a whole plethora of stickers. That is really cool. All right, let's go ahead and... Whoa! There are boxes of boxes of boxes inside here. You have the tram, motorized. This is like opening a train set when I was a kid. This cool train set you would have that would have all the separate parts in there. And then we have, looks like the Grayskull Tower. Grayskull Tower contents. And then we have the Viper Tower. And it shows here the Viper Tower contents. Set these aside. I should have brought in another table. Oh. And then we have additional accessories here. Look at that. Oh. The Mattel El Segundo team. They have all the names of the people who worked on it. That is really cool. And then we have an empty box, it feels like. But just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to give us a quick open. Because I've done that before where I've tossed a box aside and it was actually something that was just some small little part. But let's just check this out. Empty box, just like I thought. And then, look at that. We have the Moat Monster, Muskrat Love. You know, he looks different than the 3D ones that people made online. Very cool. Excited about Modi the Moat Monster. And then we have another empty little piece. And then we have the Central Tower. Look at that. So cool. I can't believe they did artwork on each one, showing what's inside. And one piece of tissue paper. Oh, running out of room to put stuff. Well, this is a beautiful box. Ugh. We're going to start with the central tower when we build this. You know what? I'm going to move that poster out of here. Oh, that's so cool. Let's figure out the exact size frame I need for this. That is so cool. So it's time to build the central tower. Bum, bum, bum. Let's test the chair on all the figures. We'll start with the origins, being he is what this is made for. This was made for me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and set him in the chair first and see how he fits and works. We know what they all should fit like. There we go. Dun-ta-da, dun-ta-da-da-da. It's right up to the computer terminal. Very cool. Let's go ahead and try a classics figure. Oh. Set him in there. Let's aim his head a little further forward. And here we go. Let's see how he fits in there. He fits pretty good. He's right to the end, though. His feet are against the bulkhead there, you can see. And this is all the way up, so. But he does work. Looks kind of uncomfortable. And now let's try our Masterverse. Now, I did have to pull his armor off because the bump in the back would not fit into the chair, so let's go ahead and stick him in there and see how he fits. All right, here we go. Rotate him around, and you can't quite get him in there very easily without a lot of force exerted on the chair because he's so tall, but I imagine Man-at-Arms would probably fit in there better. Very cool. One thing that really surprises me about this actual playset, which I think is really cool, is I did not imagine it was going to be this tall. I was thinking that when I got this, the first thing I'd have to do is figure out a way to make all these floors taller. Look at this. Here's my classics figure, and he fits in there with lots and lots of headroom. I cannot believe that. On the second floor, he actually fits in there just barely. On the third floor, he still has some headroom. I just cannot believe how much room they actually made for this, because I was thinking I had to create a whole bunch of extenders and floor pieces. Now the Masterverse, he fits good on the bottom floor, which is cool. On the middle floor, he has to duck a little bit. And on the third floor, he actually fits. So I'm really happy with the floor spacing on this. Mattel, you did a really awesome job on this floor spacing. Very, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and rotate this around, and let's check out the front and see how the mouth does grabbing these guys. So let me go ahead and rotate this around. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, only Todd knows. All right, so now we got the front floor piece, and we can see how well these guys fit into this area. So there's a lever here on the side, and this lever, when you pull it, the mouth opens and the claws go down and grab them. Now you can also spring the mouth down to stay in position, like down like that, and that does work better. But then if you want, let me see the back. It's got to be a way to pop that jaw in and out so it doesn't make that big old clicking sound. That does scare me. Any knobs on it? When you pull this, does it loosen it? All right, we'll leave it down like that for now. So let's go and try the origins first, because that's what it's made for. So you can go up the stairs, you get right here, and you can pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk! And you can jam them in there. Now once you jam them in here, you can't use this motion anymore because the floor is in the way. But I imagine that's actually made for when he's coming up, so you can quickly pull it. Oops. Oh, and they fall in where the moat monster is and never heard from again. Pop this down. I guess that it only goes up, not down. There we go. And now let's try. Oh, you know what? We didn't do the arm grabbing thing. Oh. That's what I get for balancing this on this little turntable here. Okay, so he's standing there, minding his own business. We'll pull this lever. Oh, and it sucks him right into the mouth to be eaten. Let's try classics. Pull the lever first. Oh, look at that. He slides right in the door. Now we'll do the grabbing feature. Now his head is right at the top of those teeth. Not a lot of room. Oh, and it works. It kind of pulls him in. And last we will do Masterverse. Now his head is too tall. We'll put him right in front. I can't stand. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, wow. That worked really well. I'm so surprised how well that worked. That is pretty cool. All right, now let's go ahead and put the mouth down or up so people can walk through the door. And I guess I should lower the camera for this one. There we go. And we'll try origins first. Duck the head and go through the doorway. Yep. He's got a lot of headroom still to fit inside there. So that's good, as long as he ducks under the chin here. Classics. Of course, you got to duck the chin. And he's a little too tall for the doorway. And of course, you already know what's going to happen with our Masterverse here, because he's a lot taller than everybody else. Put your armor on, man. So, of course, him, you got to duck him in. And he's just way too tall. But you can still get him through the door. It's a matter of squishing him through there. All right. Very, very cool. And with the jaws closed like this, you can still do the feature. But it's just a little harder to get him in the mouth. You have to actually almost help it. It's still a lot of fun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, next we're going to build Grayskull Tower. Grayskull Tower! So here is the box for it here. You can see it shows the tower right there. Origins. Fits in there, but has to duck down a little bit. Classics. Same thing, but lots of headroom. So you don't have to worry about the head running out of room. And then Masterverse. Same thing. Again, you have to worry about the head height. All right, let's turn it around. Okay. Falls in, no problem. There we go. Let's try that again. I was worrying about his arm being in the way. Put your arm straight to your sides. The entire trip. Here we go. So he falls in, no problem. And now for the Masterverse. Now again, they're too tall if they're standing for both the Masterverse and the classics. And the Origins fits in there just right. But since they fall over when they fall in, it gives them lots of room to fall in. There we go. So he does fall in there, but again, like I said, the head height. Pretty cool though. All right, let's get Viper Tower out. Here's how it looks. Dun, 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 dun. I love the way this thing looks. You can see all the cool detailing on it. I mean, the browns and the blacks and all the paint apps just looks really amazing. A little bit of purple right there, purple there. I could see maybe painting the snake a little bit different, but it still looks really cool. Origins. Good headroom. Classics. You got to duck a little bit. Once you're inside, you can get in there. And Masterverse. Even when you get inside there, it's a little tight. There's lots of headroom, but the control's in the way. So, of course, for Origins, it does work spectacular. Fit, man, fit. So the last part to build individually is the rail car. The rail car, it comes in 3 different formulas. We have the jail cell, we have the rocket, and we have the He-Man riding like he's flying like Superman. Let's go ahead and build this thing. I guess it's the motorized tram content, or the motorized tram. So here is the motorized part. We'll start with Origins, and like this, which seems kind of strange. So let's go ahead and try Classics. Now Classics is a little heavier, and you have to kind of pinch his legs, aim him through, get your legs in there, man. Oh, he can fit, but it is a tight fit. Hooray. There you go. But again, tight fit, you gotta really work his hips through the hole. Oh, there we go. Now for Masterverse, see if his hips are any smaller. Boots are bigger around though. Fit, fit, fit. Yeah, he ain't fitting. Oh, I want to try it. You're not trying it today, man. All right. First up, Origins. He fits in there. Classics. Well, he's going to have to be like a balled up to fit in there probably, so let's go ahead and put his arms down to start with. Okay, bend your knees. Do your crunch. Transform into a ball. Prisoner number 3785. Oh, it's a tight fit. Let's turn his hips. There we go. You do the hip twist. You can get him in there, but it's awfully tight fit. But he does fit. Will he fall through the door? Let's go and give it a test. Run and see. Ah, he's hanging on for dear life. Oh, he can fit to the bottom, but it's a tight fit. All right, Masterverse might actually fit better because you can actually have better joints for turning into a ball. His arms don't go down that great on the sides, though. Well, you might not. Yep, gotta do the hip twist. Just like the classics. Put your arms in, man. Oh yeah, you can get them to fit too. So a little bit of effort, you can fit your prisoners in there, even in Masterverse. All right, time for the Buck Rogers Space Shuttle. Buck Rogers Space Shuttle. Let's go and try. Origins first. He fits in there no problemo. Looks really cool. Sit back and enjoy the ride, He-Man. Now for classics. There we go. So far, no go. Let's try to reshape the way he's sitting. There's no way. No way, man. Let's bend his toes up like I had to do before. If he had a softer loincloth, we might be able to get away with it. Oh, it's getting close. I can just jam those feet in there. Oh, I can't believe it. The head is like riding really hard against the top up there, but he does fit. If I can get him back out now that I pushed him down more. Wow. Okay, his legs have to spread out a little bit for the fit better. That's where I was messing up. So it's almost like riding Battle Cat. You got to separate his legs out, bend his knees, point his toes. Let's see if I got that formula correct. Yes, if you pretend like he's going to ride Battle Cat, he can fit in there. It's an awfully tight fit. Just barely. But he does. All right, now you know how to do this. Let's spread him out like he's going to ride Battle Cat. Legs spread apart. Ab crunch in, head down. Point the toes. Yeah, I don't think he's going to fit. Yeah, there's just no way. I got another. Ooh. Yeah, it's just a no-go. I'm really surprised he fit in there. That is really shocking. But it takes a lot of effort. And I don't know if I want to try that again. Definitely put a lot of strain on his joints. They actually feel a little looser than they were before I did that. All right. Let's see what's in these envelopes that came with these. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these are to ride the rails yourself as a figure. That is surprising. I did not think they were going to make it shoot. Wow, those springs are tight. That's probably why it says adult collector only on the front of the box. All right, word of caution. When you store these, don't store these inside they're spring loaded. If you do that, it's going to end up ruining your connection point right here. It's going to end up breaking that small little thin piece of plastic. So if you want to store them loose or store them somewhere else. But do not store them pushed down and tight, because the spring will leave that pressure on there and it will ruin this piece or the switch inside. So whenever you have a toy that blows apart, shoots apart, whatever, never store them under pressure. All right, that's my little PSA for today. Either with an A or a B. We have to make sure we put all the A's in one pile, all the B's in another. So A, 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 and these are all B, 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 B. Now, I have fears because I know that the original toy, these would snap and break, but these feel like they're pretty sturdy. So I don't have that fear so much, but we shall see with the two B's, to be or not to be. And you're going to see they slide in. That's tight. They are removable again. There's a little track on the side there that goes into the little piece, and it just pops right in. And then this, of course, would go into the support on the back. Ball just slides right into those little tracks right there. Just holds it in place so nicely. This is going to be really cool once it starts to go all the way around. Reminds you when I was playing with rocket tubes when I was a kid from my Micronauts. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back on the tripod. And for our first test, let's just see how they fit on their little slider deals that we already saw. All right, so let's hang these He-Mans. Hanging He-Mans. Woohoo! Oh, they all hang without a problem. Hang in there, He-Man. Yes, yes, I did. I added lights. Let me go and back this up so you guys can watch the coolness when I turn the lights on. All right, here we go. Got my remote control right here. That went on? Oh, yep. You look how cool that looks now. I got a green glow inside this one. Chink. Got a red glow inside that one. And then lots of white lights inside the actual playset. So that is pretty cool. And I'll put a link to these lights in the description so you guys can buy your own on Amazon. I use them all the time for lighting my Castle Grayskull, and they work. They work most excellent, dude. So now that's all put together, you can now see there's a little spot for Modi the Moat Monster. It says little cave to go back and forth. There we go. And if you want, I made a video on Modi. If you want to watch that video and see what it's all about. Whew, bright light, bright light. So, oops, I'm stepping on my camera tripod. So you can kind of see how it all looks from one spot to the next. Here you can control the snake. So you can watch up here, watch his head. Oh, this is so funny, my grandson is having a blast with him. Oh. You can chase down the car if you want to and try to attack it. Ah! 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 You can see how the connection points are now. So cool. And the weapons rack all set up. And of course you can control this guy as you are sitting there and pretending to battle him. Now, personally, I'm going to pull this weapons rack out. I don't like that it blocks the windows. I like people being able to see out the windows. So when I'm finished, I'm probably not going to have the weapons rack in there. I'm probably going to also pull this Horde dummy out of there. He's not a dummy. It's just he represents a dummy to punch. And I made a Zine. Maybe not. I can just use this knob right here. See, the knob still works to control the chair down below. I think it's just a cleaner aesthetic. And you can also put people up here too. I don't know, I might put something else in there besides this guy. I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. But it's kind of funny. Obviously, just to use him to pretend to battle on. His hands are articulated, and that's it. And then, of course, you can put weapons in his hand. But look at all the weapons in this weapon rack room area. It's kind of cool. But again, I don't like the fact that it blocks the windows. So that's probably going to end up being pulled out. I still might keep the dummy in there. I haven't decided yet. Because it is kind of cool to have a area for them to spar and practice. So that's cool. Then down here we have the computer chair that I already showed you guys earlier. So sit, He-Man, sit. Should see my grandson's eyes light up when he saw this playset. He's like, oh! He wanted to bring his mom upstairs to look at it and everything else. And she's like, not today. So I'm sure she'll be coming up sometime to see the cool playset. Then, of course, down here, we just have the entrance to the castle, or not the castle, but I guess it could be a castle. So the playset. Then we have the elevator. And the elevator has a knob right here. When you crank the knob, up goes the elevator. And again, the elevator only goes so high. And that's it. And then from this point, you'd have to take the ladder up the rest of the way. Of course, He-Man's so close, he could just climb up there and pull himself up. But I suppose it makes more sense to use the ladder. And then on the roof, we have the gun. So these are all the cool play features. Dun-da-da, dun-da-da-da-da. There we go. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, over here, we've already messed around with the trap door. Let's see if I get this to work. Ah, there he goes. And of course, you'd have this closed. You wouldn't have it open if you got any trap people. I do like all the cool features, like being able to have a little thing here to stand on, little rock area, this cool little bridge down here that goes up to the back. I thought this bridge was to connect the two castles together, or the castle and the Eternia Playset, but I guess not. And so it's got a lot of fun little cool features. So cool. That's how it all attaches from side to side. All right, that's the back. Let's go check out the front. So, of course, here is the front. So cool. And one thing I really think is really awesome that I didn't point out last time is his eye. Check out the eye of the tiger, or whatever it's supposed to be. It's like a glass kind of material. Let me zoom in on that. See? Look at that. Look at that. Just the little details like that just make it awesome. Awesome. So you can kind of see how that plays in there. And then, of course, you have the Snake Mountain part over there. And you have over here the dreaded Castle Grayskull piece. And if I have more room in this table, I'd pull out my Castle Grayskull and stick it here. And then I'd pull out my Snake Mountain and put it over there and have all 5 towers all the way across. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, my table is only so big. So this is it. That's all I can fit on there. But what a cool playset. All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and share. And there's one more feature I didn't show, and that is this ball right here. And this ball holds the gate open. And when the vehicle hits it, it knocks the gate down. Let's go and try that really quick. So we got to put a figure in there. I found out the back of this opens to make it easier to load and unload your figures if you need to. Of course, now it's not going to open now that I said that. There we go. It's a real easy way to load and unload. Of course, it's not as cool as loading it in the front like you're supposed to, but I thought it might be a place to store weapons or something. All right, so we got that set up. I found out this mounts on top too. It only goes in just a little bit. Just a little front end of it does, and that's it. Just to mount that on there. All right, let's go ahead and have it shut the gate. Shut the gate. Here we go. I'll back this up a little more so we got a little more road. There we go. Pretty cool. Now, I did get caught on there, though. So what a fun feature. All right, that is it. Thank you for watching and checking out the cool Eternia playset. It is quite a marvel to behold. And that's it. Good journey.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!